gives them a satisfaction they couldn't get any other way. gives them a satisfaction they couldn't get any other way.
Rolling These 20's presents Philly by Night. Starring Liz as La Sombra Dr. Aretza Ser, Ivy as Bruja Serenity Sanchez, Fair as Samdi Katura, Lonzo Gonzo as Ravnos Oscar de Leon Ponce, Mikey Mike as Caitiff Baron Delroy Lindo, and our weaver of disquietude and terror, Prince. A new prince has been chosen. Unfortunately, live the prince.
Yeah, I know that was an abrupt sort of end for our intro, but y'all got to understand, we have a new recording tonight, and that's not my steez. So, here we are with the crew here. Welcome in, everybody, and welcome to Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by Night, a Rolling These 20's John. I'm here as your storyteller, the Prince, along with my crew of conniving kindred, and joined by a new one tonight, which we're going to get to with a nice and sexy intro, or not, or it'll be a disaster. You never know. Not with this crew. But before we get started, I do want to... Yeah, why not both? Why not both? But before we get started, I do want to give everybody a content warning here. Rolling These 20's Philly by Night is a mature... TTRPG show. This game contains a lot of disturbing stuff. We got COVID-19 references. We got body horror. We got loss of character agency. We have stalking. We have blood, gore, and other semi-traumatic things. As always, you can catch our VODs on YouTube. If any of this stuff is a little bit too much for you, you can fast forward through it on there. We tend to have these up within 24 hours of our previous episode. So do check us out there. But keep yourself safe. Me and the players have talked through these things. We do a session 0 or even a session 0 with just a single player, just to make sure that we go over all the lines and veils that are proper for everyone, to make sure that everybody is cool with content. And if something does go off the rails, because, hey, this is live and things happen that we don't expect, we will take a pause in the middle of the show, and that'll be the way it is. So with that taken care of, let's let everybody introduce themselves. And for the sake of juice here, we're not going to have you tell too much about your character outside of your name. But let's start by going around the table, and we'll start with Liz.
Hey, I'm Liz. I'm playing Dr.
I told you that was going to happen.
I put it in the Discord and everything.
It's Lazo this time, though. Lazo pulling that trigger.
I mean, hey, honestly, the way things have been, I'm not even mad. Anyway, I'm Liz. I'm playing Dr. Aretza Ser, the La Sombra. Ari has been up to... She's been trying to be good. Hasn't always worked, but trying.
Fair.
Hi, I'm Fair, she, her. I will be playing Katura Baptiste. Your rich bitch sugar mama, but also being stalked Hikata.
Wow. Okay.
That's her full name. That's her full name. On her birth certificate, that's what it says.
So you don't have a mask. You've just been pretending to be yourself for how many hundreds of years? That's not dangerous at all. Anyway. No masquerade breaches there. No potential drama or issues.
No.
Juice.
Hello, I am Juice. Just Juice, no pronouns. And tonight I will be playing Salvador.
Excellent. So, who wants to?
I know he said don't tell us, but tell us.
Yeah. T.
Da-da-da. Who wants to do a recap?
I
do
literally
it.
have no memory of except for
Oh
like
my
the
God.
Oh wait. Oh no, we bought I did some real estate. That's what happened last time.
We
Okay.
bought a
Oh
lab.
yeah.
I did some real estate. That's like all I remember.
Would you like to try some
Stalking part.
cookies?
I love her.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Liz, you want to do the thing?
Yeah, I did the thing. So it started off that our car wasn't moving, and that can be a problem for a number of different reasons. Namely, we knew there was a we don't know how old, but there was an old La Sombra not too far away who could have bricked our shit. Come to find out, that's not it. Instead, Marie, Katura's ghoul, has been what? There are cops outside. Has been she was tranked and she was knocked out. So we kind of get her out the way. We drive back in a limo, which does not work in South Philly at all. So we all get dropped off at the bodega. Serenity goes parks, comes back. We make sure that Marie is going to be okay. Come to find out that the key card to Katura's penthouse has been absconded with, along with pictures of family and all sorts of important information. Ari goes full Dr. Moreau upstairs, trying to figure out what is going on with Prince Jackson, because he basically started dissolving in front of us, and she got some of his blood, and this is what Ari does. Um, Come to find out that it basically looks like there are tiny mini nukes, mini suns that were injected, absorbed, somehow given to Prince Jackson, and we're slowly dissolving his body as would happen if he were in sunlight, but on a cellular level, which honestly is kind of cool, but bad for us. Um, Mel, one of Delroy's Thin Bloods, comes by with. Why did he come by at first? I think he just came by at first. But eventually Ari's like, go get me morphine and some other things. He comes back and Ari continues. Oh, and to give him some of her blood. Nope, other way around. Her some of his blood so she can see if it makes a difference on Thin Bloods. And it does. Apparently, on a Thin Blood, it would turn them into a Daywalker, removing the vampiric blood cells and leaving the living blood cells, which means it also does not work on Kine. That's what most of Katura and Marie, they call their families, make sure everything is good. Ari gets a little riled up and demands a lab. Katura's like, I got you. Excuse me. Next night rolls around, and Serenity gets a call from Anita basically saying, well, why the hell didn't you vote for Annabelle? Which, of course, is a problem because that was supposed to be a secret vote about who voted for who. So that's a problem in and of itself. And Serenity's like, look, I'll meet you in a few days and we could talk because this is weird. Katura gets a call back about a lab, and her guy basically says, look, I got no idea what's going on, but you got to meet at this address, which is Ari's old place, which everybody kind of thinks, or at least Ari thinks is probably a trap. So there's also another flesh monster that shows up. It is 6 mouths at about 6 feet tall. So Ari drags that sucker upstairs and starts tearing it to pieces, testing it with the nanites. Because at this point, she's like, this isn't even weird. You're just being annoying now. Petra still has not gone home at this point, so we don't know what's going on in her penthouse. We go to Ari's old house. We're all a little sketched out with Mel, because Mel actually has some level of science background. I don't want to know how he got it, but he does have some. I'm curious how he is with chemistry, in all honesty.
That's 100% not the reason why Katura invited him. She invited him because she's like, we might need at least one other person fighting with us.
We have a lovely conversation with a lady who honestly is dressed very, very cool tattoos, nice hair. Eventually, Delroy, after popping Auspex, realizes that is not what you look like, and it's a Nosferatu that looks like a freaking flying fox with giant ears.
Wow.
And now Delroy might have a date with her. We don't know, but that's kind of where it sounded like it was going. And she also, the agreement is made. The deal has to be done in Bitcoin with Katura, which has to be taken care of. And the Nas, the painted lady, I don't know if we ever got her name, but I remember the company was the painted lady. Hands over a letter to Ari that says they should keep away the monsters, and gifts her back her own old house. However, it is written in her old dead sire's handwriting, and he's dead and currently haunting her in her head. So that's a problem. Somebody is playing games, and eventually everybody realizes that this place is warded 5 ways to Sunday, which is pretty cool, but we have no idea about wards at all, so we don't know if it's actually helpful or if it just traps monsters in there with you. We don't know. So we leave Mel there for the night because he insists. So if he gets eaten, that's a good
we'll
test.
Find out.
Yeah. And then Katura eventually finally goes back to her place. As she walks in, the front desk is like, "Thank God you're back. We have fan mail for you," which is odd because a couple letters isn't terribly weird, or even a small like shoebox amount. They got like a whole bag full of letters.
Yeah. Like one of those old-timey mail sacks.
Yeah.
Oh.
And apparently that is in the past couple days, or at least I would imagine so, because they would have given you. Yeah. So you're like, well, okay. Katura kind of was like, well, let's go upstairs. The locks have been changed. Everything has been changed. And as Katura gets upstairs, there is, I believe, writing on the door.
It's like magazine cutout letters.
Correct.
Glued to the door.
Which is a problem because it is a private elevator up to this penthouse. So how the hell did somebody get up here? And as Katura walks in, there is writing on the walls and the windows in blood. And that's where we left off.
Oh, that is where we left off. Go ahead. Yeah.
I want to add one more thing. We got 3 times we heard the same or similar lines about lies. Don't believe your lying eyes, or like, your lies will always come out, some shit like that. So, little weird. I also got a letter requesting a meetup with Tyreek, and you forgot to mention that, and that's the most important part. Thank you.
It really is. It really is. It really is. I don't disagree.
So yeah, that's where we left off. Katura, I do need to ask, did you stay in your apartment that night?
Absolutely the fuck not. I went to Serenity's.
Okay, just making sure, because that is important detail. And I
would have.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say I would have, though. I would have waited to see what the security tape showed before leaving.
Security tape did a weird thing. It basically looped over and over again.
Of fucking course it did.
Just constant loop. And there's no reason why it should have been, because from what the security knows, it is a closed system. Someone would have literally had to have gone into the security room to access the recordings. No one ever went in the security room. That was not a looped tape.
Who the hell is Oscar when you need him?
I was just thinking that. I was like, I sent Oscar a text for the 50th time. Like, what the fuck?
Yep. So
I'm gonna put out a Craigslist ad for somebody who can hack shit.
Where's redacted when you need them?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Crossover time.
So, we start this story at an odd place. With going back a few days. There's been some weird news, and you all would know about this as there's been several wolf sightings across Philadelphia, and and there's been specifically on social media, there's been someone walking down South Street with a peacock, one of the most beautiful peacocks you've ever seen. Just nighttime walking with a peacock. Very odd, very cool. And the Philadelphia Zoo reports that there is a wolf showing up in the zoo that doesn't belong to them, but is leading their pack.
Just hanging out.
Interesting times.
Okay.
But with that, I need everyone to make a rouse check for me because we're gonna get a new night started.
Okay.
Always hungry.
Ari hungered.
I need.
Salvador hungered. And Katura not hungry. Excellent. Ari, Braden's in your head like, listen, doll, it wasn't me. I didn't do this. I'm not, I mean, I'm a planner, but I don't plan that far ahead. I also didn't really plan on dying. So,
I didn't have this house while you were alive. I know it wasn't you. You didn't like me that much. You don't have to explain it. I have a headache.
yeah, well, the best way to solve headaches is go feast.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Well, you're not doing it fast enough. I thought I taught you better than this.
5 minutes.
That's not good enough, Ari. It's not good enough. Get your shit together. There's obviously bigger things than you going on and bigger things than me. And if you die, that probably means I'm going to die too, or we're going to go haunt someone else. So you need to eat to make sure you're on top of your game.
Could I smack the shit out of you if I was also a ghost? That might be worth it.
Salvador, what do you imagine your beast sounds like? Trying to get you to eat, to feast.
Oh, interesting. I imagine this beast speaking in a really low guttural voice and occasional high-pitched sounds accenting its speech, like squawks.
Oh my god.
Part of me wants to act this out. Part of me really does. The other
Please
part
do.
of me is like, I don't know if I'm ready. So maybe, maybe
something like this, and you're just like, eat.
we can roll with that for now.
Had me in the first half, I'm not gonna lie.
Anyway.
And maybe if I can add something in there, because why not
Please.
make it fun for the storyteller? Some occasional quickened heavy breathing, like panting.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind the next time you get hungry. We're going to keep escalating this. So, Katura, you're staying at Ari's. Serenity's. Ari, you're staying at Delroy's.
Yep.
Am I got this right?
Yes.
Y'all are close to each other. Are y'all meeting as soon as y'all get going?
Probably not. Oh, I was gonna say
Or I
probably not
will.
as soon as I get going, because I do still have like a
Business.
business to run. I have selfies to post.
Your business is fairly self-sufficient at this point, but I mean,
I have a hands-on approach to it though. Like, I like to make sure that I'm aware of everything that's happening. And that I'm like part of like product development and things like that.
so what you're saying is a lot of your employees like, if this bitch don't get out the goddamn way.
No, absolutely not. It's just a very collaborative process, and I just
Mhm.
I'm not a micromanager.
That's not now you're saying that. Whatever.
God, I can't stand you. No, I just like to make sure, like, I trust my team, but I also I just like to be part of the process and to like have like an open door policy. I fucking hate this term, but open door policy. Like, if they want to bounce ideas off me, like, I'm available for that. Um, Things like that.
Half-hour meeting at the end of the day, every day.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Also, Katura is starting off in like 10 different Zoom meetings,
Yeah,
but this is not
and
like
like in Instagram lives, things like that. I got shit to do.
okay. So, um, that going on, Salvador, how do you tend to start your evenings?
Usually I will, wake myself up, listen to whatever message is waiting for me from my little friend in my head, I guess. Uh, and just get myself ready to make my way over to South Street
Excellent.
with Paco.
With Paco. Um,
I will we'll check in. Maybe I'll like feed Paco a little bit. And there's plenty of feed over at the workshop, but they've
and
who knows what they've been doing all day.
I suspect the workshop has a decent audience at this time of the evening.
Yeah, it's a few days out of the week, but we can say that there's something going on tonight for sure.
And Salvador, you've heard some interesting goings on in Philly. And specifically the most interesting going on in the territory is, and this is already going around, is that someone has bought out a bunch of real estate going down the way towards where the zoo is. Lots of real estate. There's a lot of redevelopment going on. And people are worried about what that'll mean for the animals and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. And there's some interesting names being brought along with this, though not directly, but someone has been saying that since Katura Baptiste has made her mark in Philadelphia, that things have been changing, and Katura seems to be going into this real estate development thing pretty hard. How long before she steps into this part of West Philly?
And so this name is kind of what I'm hearing you say is that this name is like attached to these rumors about all this real
Mm-hmm.
estate. And if it's not this Katura Baptiste person, it might very well soon be.
Yes.
In other words.
And another thing you'd know is Katura is quite prolific in Philly since she's been around here. This is not a person who has been staying out of the spotlight. Katura's been seen at block parties, shindigs that happen at South Street, concerts, so on and so forth. Like apparently she showed up at Made in America she got into an argument with the baby. Who knows, like how that
I
turned
would
out.
have.
It seems like the media doesn't seem to want to cover what happened there, but the baby has been absolutely silent.
Okay.
I plead the fifth.
And maybe I'm, reviewing, I don't know, newspaper, social media, or whatever, and kind of just muttering over the buckle that, this, if it wasn't for this Ketura Baptiste possibly making a lot of noise, I feel like we might actually get along. It's about time that there's another social butterfly in these parts.
Might be due.
Extroverts.
Ari, what have you been doing to keep up your time since you've awakened this evening?
God, what do I do? Honestly, I might just go over to Serenity's. Like,
Just
one,
show up.
check to see if there's any, like, Zamishi nonsense outside. Stick my head out. Nobody's left any presents for me
It has not
today.
brought you any presents.
That's good. The cat didn't leave anything on the doormat.
Speaking
Yeah.
of cats.
Baby. And I might. Yeah, because he said he was going to get a hold of. Snake Eyes said he was going to get a hold of Serenity. So Ari, much like a little kid, would probably be like, I'm just going to go over there.
You have no new messages.
Yeah, well, that's where everybody is
Damn.
anyway, because Delroy's getting on my nerves. So get too close to Katura while she's trying to do Instagram stuff. Buzz her phone up a little bit.
Oh my god. I just hold out my hand. Like, I have my own money, but I'm tired of you bricking my phones. I just start holding out my hand for phone money. Yeah.
Like, I don't get close enough to ruin anything. You just start seeing go.
Just so you know that
Go
Lasombras
outside.
do have an opportunity to roll to keep shit from fucking up on them. And primarily the problem that they have is with communication devices and mirrors. Mirrors and Lasombras don't get along either.
The second Ari starts messing up my Instagram live, I turn to her and I'm like, do you need something?
You got people on like commenting on your Instagram live, like, how Katura got bad internet?
Go outside.
That's when I can walk away. I'm going to get a snack. You want anything? Just start walking.
No, sorry. I don't have bad internet. It's just this bitch walks around with magnets.
Pretty much, yep.
And Katura, in the middle of this, you get like people starts advertising, which your mods are banning, but it's like maybe like a bomb of advertising for a block party near South Street.
How? Just for a frame of reference, how far is South Street from where we usually are?
Oh, not far at all.
I don't know.
If you're driving, it is 5 minutes. If you're walking, it's like 10 blocks.
I think like Katura will like outwardly be like, well, thanks for the invite. I'm busy. If I can make it, I'll try. In her head, she's like, you could have one fucking block party and all of a fucking sudden everybody thinks they can just invite you to shit all the fucking time.
Katura, roll me a wits and awareness roll.
Okay.
Starting early.
If I know how to do this. Wits and awareness.
Because you're talking, you're doing your thing. You may or may not miss this.
Oh, I should do awareness and then wits. Okay. Where's my sorry. All right, here we go. Wits. Modifier 0, right?
Yep. And that's exactly the number you were looking for. It's fairly easy because you do pay attention to your chat a little bit.
Okay.
What stands out to you is there's like in the middle of this, as soon as you respond, you get a DM. And the DM has an invite on there, like what's going down. And the strange thing about this invite is it looks similar to things you saw last night. The same sort of.
You mean like in my apartment?
Yeah. The paper cutout, like show up, get down, the best party in town, come kick it with South Street's block party. But it's all in like paper cutouts. It's got like it looks like it was made like sort of arts and craftsy out of magazines and such. Very similar to what you saw outside of your apartment.
I don't know if I would automatically just assume that it's the same person just because, I mean, a lot of people do this shit,
Sure.
like, kindergartners.
Could just be an advertisement.
Yeah, but that does kind of get my hackles up a little bit. Because it literally just happened the night before. So I don't respond to it. And I don't even think it probably goes into that feed on Instagram where it's like you have to accept the message or whatever. So it probably goes in there and I don't accept it, but you could still look at it. So
you can still look at it.
Yeah. And I leave it in there and I clock it, but I keep going. I do want to talk to the rest of my coterie about it.
Do you tell Ari what you see?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you notice that Serenity isn't here. Serenity did tell you what she was planning on doing. She had to find out about her missing friends.
Right.
That makes sense.
Like, that's been on her mind for a bit, and she is on that. She has to find out where they are, what happened to them, if they're actually dead or not.
Yeah. And I would have told her, if you need us, call me.
She specifically says she may not call you because she has to talk to Anita. But she tells Ari she'll get in touch in case something happens.
Sounds good. Yeah, no, that would definitely make me nervous if it could just be a coincidence.
Yeah,
but it's still
I think it's maybe because it's still so fresh, that I'm just seeing it everywhere that I go. It's just weird,
who does that?
Invite. Yeah, who does that besides the obvious.
Right. No, I'm with you. That's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortably close.
Also, again, you go to one block party and all of a sudden people want you to go to every block party.
You can always tell them no.
I tell them maybe, which is sometimes meaner than a no.
Yeah, because then they're hopeful and then you crush them.
Yeah, exactly. You get me.
Plausible deniability.
Salvador, as you see this getting set up for our block parties, this is normal. This is not nothing that would make you question anything. It's it's a party, South Street, woo, yay.
Right. So just another night.
Yeah. So are you all going to head to this block party? Is a question.
I think at first I'm not gonna go, and then my curiosity gets a little bit of the better of me. Because if there is a chance that this person is there, then I want to at least know what they find out what they look like. Also, I think while talking about like all the stuff that's happened, like the things that I found at the penthouse and stuff, like I would ask Ari, um, I been thinking since last night. I mean, I can protect myself. I have Marie. I know how to shoot a gun, but it would be nice to have something a little extra. Do you think you can teach me that shadow magic bullshit that you do?
I can try. I don't use it a ton. Um, it takes a lot of acceptance of things that I'm just not willing to fucking accept. So
Such
at least
as
how it was taught to me. But I
Katura,
can try.
one of the things you know from you being a bit older is that one of the ways you can get a bit of powers from people is to drink their blood,
I mean,
which can also cause a bind, which you may or may not want. But
there are other ways you can teach me, but I mean,
Oh yeah, that's fine.
consent is important. So,
I agree.
but I mean, I can always just have a little taste, I guess. Like your blood.
Let's talk. If we're gonna do that, let's do that maybe after we hit the block party because I'm already hungry, and kicking me up another notch is probably not a great idea.
Fair, though it would be a little interesting, but we already have enough mask breakers around here, so probably. Yeah, let's just go. We can get you something to eat at the party.
Yeah, exactly. I can find a snack. I have no doubt.
Yeah, plenty of them.
Gotta kick it up a notch like Carmela Gassi.
Storyteller question.
Yes, please.
Would it have been reasonable? I don't know the effect that this would have on the target. Would it have been possible for me to feed before heading out?
Yeah, you're in your haven, so yeah, absolutely. And you don't have to hunt roll for this. This is just I suspect you're not going to kill someone, so get your hunger sated by one of your vessels, and yeah, you're in good shape. The rest of you have to do it the hard way.
It's not that hard for me.
Well, that sounds like a disappointment.
Disappointment for whom?
For somebody. I would assume you.
No, I like that it's easy. I don't want to have to do much work. I'm too busy.
You missed the hard joke. But anyway, we're going to move on from
there.
No,
I heard it. I just glossed right past it. It's called ignoring.
Anyway, moving along. So y'all make your way to the block party. I'm going to assume you walked and not drove because it's a block party.
Like that, and it's like down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drive.
And is it safe to assume that Salvador is out and about during this?
Yeah, after checking in with the workshop, they'd probably be in and out, I think, because once I make it to the workshop, I'm kind of like, taken over there. But with more people about, that's, more opportunity.
Yeah. So once you all get to the party, this is several blocks, and it's not exactly on South Street. It's on the next street over for about a 2-block range. There's a lot of stuff going on, but a lot of the restaurants and stuff along South Street are doing specials. There are tons of people out. The night is happening, and the first song you hear, Katura, when you get here is Hips Don't Lie.
Okay.
Stands out to you because you've been on this thing about lies and such. Who knows?
Oh,
actually is meaningful.
Right. Sorry.
Not,
I was just like, okay, Shakira, whatever. That's where my brain immediately went.
No, just
like,
I pointed out
the lie part. Okay, yeah.
And I need you all of you, to roll me a wits and awareness.
Okay.
Because I want to see what you all notice.
Why is it not? Oh,
Because this is a big party and a lot of people are here. Whew. Okay, that's a crit.
6 for Ari with a messy crit, and for Sarah.
Oh, what the? Oh, did I fail? What does that mean?
And Sarah got a 4.
That's a possible bestial failure, but
Oh, okay.
oh, so Sarah's
Can I
hanging out
roll-
with y'all too?
Yeah, I don't leave her.
Okay.
So I'm clicking the awareness button, but nothing's popping up.
So go back to the Roll20 page. There should be a little pop-up thing.
Got it.
There you go.
And am I rolling for my buddies?
If you like, if they're with you.
They're probably in the workshop, so if there's nothing in there that they would notice, probably not.
Then
Okay.
then it wouldn't apply here.
Oh,
So-
I need to like do her character sheet, so never mind. I won't roll for her right now.
Let's go through this. Ari,
Yep.
you are paranoid. That's the best
Yeah.
way you'd put it. And your paranoia drives your awareness here. And you notice that there are people here who shouldn't be. You notice Jason Newberry's here. And his little cult of personality is happening. Portia is hanging out here.
Oh, we gotta go. We
Uh,
absolutely have to leave.
Snake Eyes, you notice from a
Oh.
distance, is at a biker bar out this way. There are several other Camarilla that you've seen at Elysium who are here. Because South Street borders that area of South Philly and Center City. Some people say that's where South Philly starts. Some disagree. Doesn't matter that much. It's an area that is considered to be in constant sort of this is mine, no it's mine, no it's mine sort of thing. So it's not weird to see them here so much as how many are here. Katura, you
Okay.
notice Jason and only Jason, and yeah. Sarah notices Delroy's arch nemesis. The
Which one?
most
He
recent
has
one. What's
so-
his name?
He has so many. Devin Boyce.
Devin. Yeah, Boyce. Yep. Boyce is out
Oh,
here with his
boy.
crew of Thin Bloods. Everyone seems to have decided to hunt here. Salvador, you don't know all these people, but you've seen a few of them on the news. And specifically, who you notice is Katura. Just reading about her, just seeing things about her recently. And she is out and about in the street.
Okay.
No,
Block that.
no, not even a block away from you. Maybe about 500 feet. Just wandering around the streets. Let me do a thing. Because I have a dice pool for a particular person.
And I would absolutely point out everybody. I'm like, okay, there's Portia. There's this guy. There's that guy.
The
There's
food
all his
here
little
must-
followers.
The food here must be garbage then, because these people have poor taste.
Damn. And Katura, while you're like focused on Jason, you get tapped on the shoulder. And it's not that weird that people touch you, even though it is really fucking annoying to just run up in your personal space.
Yeah, like come on.
And Ari, you notice before Katura does that is Tyreek walking up on you.
Oh, thank God. I was like,
What'd you
oh,
say?
which fuck? I was like, which?
Take a step, just kind of like, I'm just gonna be out of arm's reach.
Oh.
Because, you know. But
I will like, as I turn, I will like position myself to like be in between the two of you, so he can't like. It's harder for him to get at you.
She ain't in danger. She's not. She's not my problem no more. Somebody else has spoken for her.
Oh, well, that's not unusual.
I mean, which one? She's very popular. In a bad way.
Yeah.
I'm not here to talk about her.
Okay. Well, what are you here to talk about?
I'm here to tell you to leave. This place is dangerous.
I kind of got the impression when I saw who was here, but I mean, I won't ask why you're here. You can handle yourself.
I'm here because someone's stalking you and trying to kill you.
I know that too. I saw my penthouse last night.
And you decided to come to a block party.
I decided to come because I thought if there was a possibility that they were here, I could do something. I don't run away from my fights. Not that I'm saying you do, but I'm just not that person.
You're more like Delroy than you like to believe.
Oh, that's an oh, how dare you?
Y'all just go running into danger without a single thought of how dangerous danger can really be.
I didn't know you cared so much.
At that, he's sort of taken aback. And he kind of like, well, I'm just trying to look out for you.
Mm-hmm. Is this what you wanted to talk to me about, or did you want to talk about something else? I mean, with your note.
Well, this is the bad place to talk.
Well, okay. Well, we can either meet up later like you wanted, or, I mean, if you're worried, you can come stay at my penthouse with me.
That sounds nice.
I take it you don't have a phone. I know Prince Jackson's a little anti about that.
Yeah, phones, Camarilla. I'm not a part of the Camarilla. I'm just on a job. Also, the prince is doing much, much better.
Oh, yes. We've been looking into what's going on with him, by the way. Curiosity, mostly, but seemed like something good to do. I don't know what you guys have found, but we should discuss that too.
And he looks
Not
over
here.
at Ari and he's like, is this your area of expertise, Doc? Finding out how to kill princes? I can give you a tip or two. And you see him open up his hoodie a little bit, and he's holding a sword underneath his hoodie.
That would be effective. I'm certainly not going to lie.
You have your ways, I'm sure.
Never really tried.
Sorry. Well, Ari, I have to agree with Tariq. It is
Not wise to be out.
well, not only wise, but I mean, I can just tell by the company here that it's not going to be that great of a time, so we can just leave. Tyreek, would you like to come with us?
No,
Or are you
I'm
just
on
here on
it.
business?
I'm on the job. I just so happened to notice you.
Well, since you're not Cam, you're just on the job. When you're free, why don't you give me a call?
Yeah, I'll
Or
do
just stop
that.
by.
Also, before I leave, you should see the peacock.
I've heard about that. Are they here?
You'll know.
Oh, okay. Well, I will see you soon.
Ari, you
Yeah.
notice through this that Snake Eyes starts to lumber towards you and then sees you and then stops. Just like looks around like, is there a way to escape? But he knows that you notice him. And then he kind of
just-
slowly
I'm
walks
just kinda
towards
gonna
you
walk up.
doing
I'm like,
this.
what one of us is going to have to get over being awkward. It's what's going to have to happen.
That's literally never going to happen.
No, it's not, but one of us is going to have to.
So you leave Katura?
I wait for him to walk a little further up. Like, I'm not getting outside of probably 200 feet of Katura.
And
But
Salvador,
I'm definitely not standing right behind her while her and Tyreek are talking either.
Yeah, that would be a little weird.
Awkwardly over her shoulder.
you're behind Katura. But you draw a little bit of a crowd. This is a block party. They see the bird. People want to take pictures, that sort of thing.
As Katura is asking about, like, or commenting on the peacock, and the peacock comes up in your conversation, I imagine if you were to do some kind of a visual scan of the area nearby, you would see that a crowd has built around this large, exquisitely regal blue with occasional hints of shiny green feathers, and a peacock whose tail has completely splayed out. And the crowd is just gathering, adoring this peacock. There are plenty of people all around, taking their pictures, commenting on it. And just a little bit off to the side, you would notice that there is a person, they're like maybe like mid-40s, tan brownish skin, long flowing black hair, and a thick black goatee, sort of portly, a little bit on the heavier side, wearing very loose fitting flowing clothes with various patterns, and many bright colors, kind of in the shades of like reds and purples, and some darker shades as well. That seems to be, I guess, like guiding this peacock, or kind of sharing the stage, so to speak, in the middle of the sidewalk or in the middle of the street, if there's like a pedestrian walkway here, eating up all of the attention as well.
I have to ask, are they getting more attention than me? I don't mean to say like a bratty, but it's just like, I'm wondering like how, because I mean, we have this person and a peacock, and then there's me, and then there's also Jason.
I mean, you're
doing
getting
whatever the fuck
attention.
he's doing. Okay.
But this peacock is drawing attention. It's not like
Okay.
all attention. Jason's is like all attention.
Yeah, because he has to rely on something extra instead of,
Being interesting.
Yeah.
He winks at you, Katura.
I
and
don't notice
waves.
him. Oh, oh God, now I have to be nice. I wave, but I don't go over. I go
He's
towards
not
the
heading your
peacock.
way.
Oh, I didn't think he was, but I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know, like I wave at him and then go about my business. I do want to head over to this peacock though, because I've been reading news stories about it and stuff, and that's very interesting. And I've low-key been following like tags on Instagram because I
The
just find it
Adventures
so
of Peacock
fascinating.
Man?
Yeah, I just find it so fascinating because it's not often that like obviously there are places where like especially in like Louisiana, there's just peacocks that roam around. But it's interesting no matter where you are to see something like that. So she's very curious. So I head over there.
Cool.
Maybe
And
a
you make-
selfie with a bird, and I'll be like, Delroy wishes he looked this good.
Wow. Dunk on Delroy, even when he's not here.
It's
Jeez.
not literally not our first time dunking on Delroy when he wasn't here. Come on. Usually it's Liz who starts it.
Y'all better watch out. Joe,
I was getting
Mickey was
there,
going to
so.
pop up in that chat.
Okay, so you see the peacock. You see the person along with the peacock, and Salvador, are you charging for pictures of the peacock?
I'm not charging for pictures of with the peacock because I'm assuming that we are not far from the workshop, so that if there are any pictures, I'm positioning ourselves so that people would have like our storefront and like the sign of it in their shots, so it's like free promo for us.
Got you. Perfect.
Clever.
As I approach, what do I see like about the storefront? Like, are there windows? Can I like look in and see like what the shop is offering?
I'd say what you'll be able to see from the storefront, there are some windows. There's like floor to ceiling windows in the front, maybe not floor to ceiling, but like it's very visible to see
those
what's
giant
at least
display
in
windows.
Exactly. And it has a very rustic aesthetic. Of course, there's a very, very conspicuous and beautifully designed Puerto Rican flag on one of the walls, like painted into this like rural farm side mural on one of the walls. And there are some displays of art pieces that look like they're made of like all natural products. And there are, I don't know how much more you'd be able to see from the street, but you'd probably be able to tell there are some tables and some seats. And depending on your angle, you might be able to see if there's like a little stage as well.
Okay.
Anything else you might need to either go inside or get closer. But yeah, it's a very cool and earth tones. And you see a sign that's in wood and it just says the workshop.
Thank you. Yeah, I will like wade through this crowd to get to this peacock.
I would see you approaching as I'm tending to the crowd as I would do, and having spotted you earlier, giving you a little wink and a little bit of a smile and smirk as I kind of observe you approaching, and kind of like amplify, talking to the crowd and getting folks' attention. And thank you, everyone. It's so great to have you here. It's been a little bit of time, and Paco here needs a little bit of a break. So why don't we all just come back and see us in about a half an hour. We're gonna go take our reprieve, but would be glad and excited to see you all again. Please come by and see us at the workshop. More information, please go inside. You can talk to Doña Carmen and she will get you all set up. And I'm hoping that the crowd would maybe respond. And
I was just saying the crowd is like absolutely like moving away and going to the shop, and doing their thing and leaving. You and Katura, I wouldn't say alone necessarily, because this is a block party and y'all are interesting people, but it is there are less.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think, although I obviously love my fans, sometimes it's nice to like not have so many people just pressing on me, wanting my attention. So I'm a little appreciative that I can just, have a moment without people having to make like a big deal out of it. But I'll personally be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I'm a little late. I was hoping to see this beautiful creature.
Oh, well,
And the
there's
bird is
plenty of
lovely
time.
too."
You flatter me too much. Buenas noches. My name is Salvador Suarez. It's a pleasure to have you join us. And this is Paco.
Couture Baptiste, lovely to meet you. And lovely to meet you, Paco.
And if you extend your hand, Salvador would have taken it and given it a kiss on the back of your hand.
Yeah. Somewhere behind me, Tyreek is glaring. Just kidding. I'm joking. I don't care. But yeah, she does extend her hand for kiss.
Absolutely. I take it and I give it a kiss on the back of your hand. It says, I haven't seen you around these parts very much. So if you have been here, please forgive me. But if not, welcome to South Street and welcome to the workshop. What brings you around these parts?
Oh, we heard there was a party and we wanted to come see what was up. I haven't really been in this area. I'm still pretty new to Philadelphia, so I just wanted to, come out, do a little exploring, see what was up.
Oh, well, there's plenty of delicious cuisine. I am personally quite fond of, my typical Puerto Rican vibes that are quite tasty. And I have a few wonderful spots that I could recommend for you. If that's something of interest to you, and plenty of Caribbean cuisine up in these parts as well. You got your fusion restaurants that have recently opened up and are always looking for new patrons. What would be of interest to you? What might I be able to recommend? As
when you
I wouldn't call this my domain, but I know quite a bit about it.
I think when you mentioned Caribbean cuisine, she perks up a little bit. Not that she can eat, but like, I have a question. Can kindred tell each other or no? Like, you don't know if.
Not necessarily. I mean, there are some telltale signs, like if you're not currently like rousing your blood to appear more human, the moment you touched his or Salvador's hand and they touched your hand, Katura, y'all would both notice that y'all are incredibly cold for a very warm night. And that is not normal.
I just have
That's exactly why I did that too.
I just have poor blood circulation. Come on.
And
Everybody
what I would
knows
say
this.
also, storyteller, I envision Q helping with that a bit and kind of doing a bit of the scan and maybe, however they might be able to in like helping sense stuff around us.
Sure.
In that sense. But as soon as I touch your hand, I notice something, and that I would say that probably also earns you another little wink and a smile. And I don't know how it's being received, but it's not intended to be like sleazy. It's meant to be welcoming and friendly and jovial.
Yeah, that's exactly how I interpreted it. Not just be like wink, like gross fuckboy winks. I interpreted it be like you're just a very like
gross fuckboy winks.
Yeah. I definitely interpreted it be like coy, but in like a friendly way, like a friendly coyness.
Yes. And I thank you for the compliment. That was very kind of you. And I might say that you're quite the beautiful creature yourself. I couldn't help but notice that you didn't come here alone. I don't want to keep you from your friends or whoever you might be here with. But please, if you have some time, I would love for you to stop by the workshop.
I turn back, see Ari having an awkward conversation with Snake Eyes.
I was just about to switch to that with that comment.
And then I say, "Oh, I think I have a little bit of time."
I would have said probably before we got there, if either one of us is going to wander off, Sarah can be our information because she's definitely staying with me.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah, I think like Sarah, I feel like we've established that like Katura is the type who will share her like location and stuff with her coterie in times where like they have to split up. So she would have like told Sarah like where she was off to. I mean, she's always on her phone anyway, so it's like it doesn't look weird that she's suddenly like texting, like she's like constantly doing something. But she would tell Sarah like where she would be for when you wrapped up with your boothing.
Heading to the workshop with the peacock, like, oh
yeah,
right.
Yeah, I'm getting a VIP treatment to see this peacock. So yeah, I'll turn to Salvatore and say, she seems a little busy. I have time.
And that's where we're going to switch over to Ari. I think this is a great time. Ari, yeah, Snake Eyes is like, he can't hide. He's too big. And so he just kind of like walks up to you. He's like, hey, Ari.
Hi.
I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. It's been
like 2 days. That's fine. I
yeah,
understand.
It's weird.
I mean, the prince was dissolving, and there's other things to handle.
And yeah, and Annabelle's not taking it that well, and there are some people there's stuff. I don't know if you want to talk about a bunch of Camarilla stuff. It's weird. I kind of miss the old things, but I got some responsibility. I have territory and cool things like that. But what about you? Like, how is your life? I mean, well,
yeah, that works. Yeah. I have a lab now, or I will once we dig it out, I guess. Have a lab, so that's pretty cool. And
cool. You're doing science and stuff. Like, what kind of science stuff?
Oh, so
you don't have to tell me if it's a secret.
It's just a little. It's not a secret. It's just kind of awkward. So we got some Prince Jackson's blood with the weird stuff in it that made him dissolve. And
you probably shouldn't tell me that, but
yeah, that's
thank
what I
you.
was like. It's awkward. So just it. And then there's somebody creepy trying to convince me that my sire, who was blown up, bought me a house. So that's weird.
That seems complicated. Y'all live complicated lives. Yeah, that's the right word for now.
It's really unintentional. I just wanted to go to the hospital and, be a doctor, and then this shit. And then we figured a way around it, and then more shit. So yeah. I get the sudden responsibilities thing.
Yeah. But today is kind of like a let your hair down day. Since the prince is feeling better, a lot of us are just getting out and about or whatever. And like, do you want to hang out with me? Like, I can show you some of my friends. Like, they have really cool bikes.
I am kind of yes, but there's I'm sort of, I think I'm being hunted by a couple people right now.
Haunted? Like
Yeah.
haunted or haunted? Like ghostly apparitions or like someone who wants to put an arrow in your heart, like Artemis or something?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes to both?
Yep. The ghosts are annoying, but I've been dealing with that for a couple months, so I'm used to it. Yeah. The hunted is the bigger issue, and I'm not entirely sure who it is, and there may be more than one. So I would not want to bring that down on you right now because that doesn't seem fair.
I mean, I'm not like worried about being haunted.
No, the
Haunted
haunted.
maybe, but hunted. Eh.
So
I mean, I'm kind of a haunter myself. Like, you know what me and Nita and them did. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I can hang out for a few minutes. And I'm like, I'm like, do I explain it here in the open, or I'm like, no, you know what? Let's just go take 20 minutes and hang out.
it's like,
And
okay, cool. Yeah. And Sarah is just looking at both of you like, oh Lord.
oh God, that was terrible.
She's like, you want me to come with you, boss? Or like, because I think I'm
I'm like,
taking psychic damage right now.
I look at Snake. Do you still have a phone, or have you had to give that up?
I mean, since we're like keeping some secrets, and yeah, I have a phone.
Okay. Do you mind, so that Sarah can be our information hub, so that me and
Please, God, just give me your number so I don't have to stay here for this awkwardness.
I love you too.
And he gives her the number.
No, that's about right for her.
And then Snake Eyes does a weird thing as y'all are walking away. He's like reaching, like, should he put his arm around you or like hold your hand? And he's kind of like in between, like he doesn't know what to do with his hand. And you just kind of see him next to you.
You're good. You're thinking too much. You're supposed to be the one with instincts here. Come on.
This is new to me. I mean, not exactly, but
yeah, like, no, same. I get you.
Okay, cool. Sly Dog over here is super cool. He has like the best bike, and yeah, let's go.
Okay.
And so they just walk away towards the biker bar.
I'm going to a biker bar. Incredibly awkward doctor in a biker bar. Let's go.
Yes, you don't look like anybody at the biker bar at all.
Nope.
Not even close.
Not even a little bit.
Oh my God, Morden. Getting back to Katura and Salvador.
Bro, do we have to? Because this is amazing.
Well, so once he gets back in his element and starts talking about things, Snake Eyes is not that awkward. Like once he starts talking about bikes and hanging out with his buddies, he's like talking about the history behind their tattoos. It's actually really like chill, all things considered. And he's like super hyped to tell Ari about like his friends. It's like, all right, so this guy, he's like, I've known him for like a bunch of years. He doesn't seem to notice that I don't get old. It's really weird, but really cool at the same time. Like that sort of thing.
That's helpful. That's helpful. Like,
but yeah, back to Salvador and Katura. What's going on in the shop?
As I lead you into the shop, the very first thing that I do is I turn towards Doña Carmen, and saludos. In Spanish, I say that I would like to introduce you to someone special that's come by to spend some time with us tonight. What was your name again? It was Katura, right?
Right.
This is Katura. Katura, I would like you to meet. This is Doña Carmen. Doña Carmen is the one who kind of calls the shots and keeps the lights on in here. And
And
you see, Doña Carmen is a shorter, similar complexion to Salvador, but it's got like the gray, curly hair. Is wearing like, I don't want to say simple clothes to give it like a negative connotation, but like common everyday clothes. Nothing as like floofy as Salvador. And is spending a lot of more time in the front, almost as if it was a restaurant and there was like the hostess stand, but it's kind of just keeping an eye on stuff from there. I guess I should leave that up to the storyteller from here on out.
Oh no, she just kind of responds when you point out who Katura is. She's like, and she says to you in Spanish in response, like, I might be old, but I know who Katura Baptista is.
Katura's gonna pretend like she doesn't speak Spanish.
And she just
will say,
shot.
she reaches for your hands to shake your hands, Katura.
Oh, I absolutely shake her hands back.
And then she asks, can she get a selfie?
Oh, of course. And I'll like, either I'll go behind where she's standing or she can come out to me and we can pose for a selfie. I'll put like an arm around her. How tall is she?
Oh gosh. Barely over 5 feet.
Okay, Katura's not tall, but she wears tall heels, so she like kind of crouches down a little bit so that they're, it doesn't look too awkward.
Yeah, and Salvador also is maybe 5.5 feet.
Okay.
And in the shop, there are several, probably like, early 20s, maybe mid 20s. They probably look like they are like local college students and whatnot. And there's like a sip and paint event gathering happening here.
I fucking love this.
I
was hoping it was going to be
enjoying
this.
themselves. Yeah, they're kind of having a chill time. And they all have name tags. That's part of the process. And they're now that you're inside, you see that there is a staircase that heads up to a loft space up above. And as we make our way in, you just see Paco just go straight and maybe flutters up to the loft, if not using the stairs, as that is where their roost is. But yeah, there is the sip and paint event going on, gathering happening, and there are some a variety. There's maybe like 3 or 4 models that are in various poses that the folks are focused on for their activities.
Okay. Awesome. I love this. Okay, yeah, I'll absolutely just if we're going up to the loft, I will follow. But I will also come like this. I would have never known this was here. This place is fantastic. I would absolutely love to host an event here sometime.
Oh, well, that can certainly be arranged, business to business.
Yeah.
And I'll lead you to the back of the ground floor. I'm not leading you up to the roost at this time, but if I catch you looking up in that direction, I'll just clock that and, maybe address it later.
The roost is where Paco went, or he's still with us. Okay. I think I would kind of follow where Paco's going. Not to like try to see what's back there, just kind of like noticing that he's going that direction.
Yeah. And I'll say, up there is where Paco spends a lot of his time. Paco might sleep up there. And, there are some special events that we host up in that space as well.
Special events. Okay. Remember that. Are you taking me? Are we going to like an office or?
there's a space in the back, and you'd be able to see that there's also like a doorway to a large kitchen back there.
Okay.
That's where there are larger benches where folks can also, where maybe I do a bit of my, I'll share with you, this is the area where I do a bit of my work. The crafts that you see around here, this is where I do my work, and the things that are available for purchase or sale. I do these events because, you know, that's what people are into these days, and that's what will give me the money. And it's quite in with a younger crowd. Got to keep up with the times, I guess. And around what time would you say that it is, Dimples? Would it be around time for like this, like businesses to start winding down?
Mm-hmm. I mean, the restaurants and stuff will still jump for a while, but this is coming into as the night goes on. You're getting into clubs and bars are pretty much the only things that are sticking open.
Gotcha. Yeah, and so it's a pleasure to have you here, Miss Baptiste. I've been reading up a lot about you and your goings on lately in the area, and your
Nothing bad, I hope.
No, I just see that there's a lot of your name is often associated with further development of the area out here.
That's odd. I have not, out of character, I haven't like even set any sites out here, have I?
Nope.
I
You're
haven't.
just getting tied into some rumor shit, essentially.
Those are, I have not sought out any properties or anything out in this direction. So those are just people putting my name in their mouths where it shouldn't belong.
Yeah, well, that's a relief to hear. You know, it takes a lot of work to keep things going around in these parts.
Of course. Have I heard of like the development and stuff going on in this area, like gentrification
Absolutely.
and stuff?
Because I mean, you've heard some of this because you've
Okay.
you know, purchased a little bit of property downtown, like for your spa and you know, the redevelopment of the bodega, and your real estate agent is absolutely on top of this shit. But yeah, you've heard of it, but it's not stuff that you're necessarily actively involved in.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely not me. I'm not one to gentrify a place. I would more pour money into the businesses that already exist here to make sure they're thriving, but I would never purchase up buildings to make it something that it shouldn't be.
Fascinating and honorable. I appreciate benefactors like you keep our the veins pumping.
Good way to put it.
As things start winding down, you would notice that one of the folks, I assume that if this is like the normal routine, one of the staff in the store, in the shop, would kind of start maybe winding things down. And since we are in a more separate space, I guess I would maybe in more hushed tones kind of check in with you. And I don't know what the like proper like as a player, I don't know what the proper etiquette would be to check in with another kindred to be like, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? Like, you good? Like, you need a little something?
I would
Can I
assume
offer
that
you
it
a
would be
drink?
like, yeah, can I offer you a drink, or are you hungry?
There you
would like
go.
something to eat.
It makes
you
sense,
know,
right?
just-
We're back by the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I could eat if you have something to spare.
Well, you know, we might have a little something that I might be able to spare, or I might be able to offer you. I just want to make sure that we get, you know, everything winded down, and maybe if we close up shop, maybe you and your friend, I'd be happy to host you for a little meal.
Did Sarah tell me where Ari was?
Yeah, you'd have got a text from Sarah saying where Aria was for
Okay.
sure. And
Okay.
and it is a play-by-play of the awkwardness of the situation. Like Sarah is just sitting you like, it literally hurt me to be there during this.
I think Katura will like look at her phone and be like, yeah, I mean, it looks like she's still very busy, but I've already let her know that I'm here in case she would like to join us. Yeah, I don't know how long she's going to be.
Cool.
Based on what I'm seeing, it
Let
might be
me
a while.
Do a roll,
Very well.
actually, for this.
A flirt roll.
No. I have
Uh,
another thing going on.
Oh no.
I could also explain what we offer here. And I heard you mention, jokingly that you were getting the VIP treatment. We actually offer VIP packages.
Oh, and what do those entail exactly?
Well, I think you would probably be interested. We call our packages frames here. I think you would be interested in frame number 3. We host these sip and paint nights for folks that like to come by and explore their artistic side. And we offer private sessions after the store closes for folks that want to pay a little extra for some individualized attention. And I wave over to one of our models that comes over, and I introduce you. Please, I'd like you to meet Q. Q, and I just gesture like to Katura, and say, Q is probably our exclusive model for our most important clients.
And why is that? High demand?
Not high demand, but confidential.
A good thing to have. What does Q look like?
Q looks very similar in age to most of the other patrons here. Probably, I think, 21 years old, darker skin than Salvador. Got some like short cropped hair, very, very fit, but also looks like a little rugged. Like they've seen some things.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you, Couture Baptiste. Salvador here was just telling me about the different VIP packages that you offer.
Ari.
Oh no.
What are you all knowing about?
At very least, the awkward.
Nothing awkward's happening. Sarah is coming up to talk to you, and she's like, "This is where Katura is, blah, blah, blah." And then you see a familiar face behind Sarah. It is Damien. And he's like, "Hey, we need to talk." This is the sheriff of the Camarilla. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
yeah, that's this is the sheriff of the Camarilla. And with that, we're actually going to take a short break. Give everybody a chance to hydrate, run to the restroom, do all that jazz. And you catch a look at, before we do that, you catch a look at Snake Eyes' face, and Snake Eyes looks scared.
ooh, Damien saw that phone.
See y'all soon.
Are we gonna have to fight Damien? Or Ari's boo?
We're on a break screen. Oh, I know. This is gonna be stuff. we're back. Sorry for the longer break there, but I know I had to get my grub on. So we ended off with Katura learning a little bit about Salvador Shop and not Serenity, Ari being approached by the Camarilla sheriff, Damien, who says, we need to talk.
About anything in particular, or are you just happy to see me?
Can we just step away from the bikers, please?
I will go outside, or like a quarter block down. Because I'd imagine, being Camarilla, he's not going to cause a scene here.
And he walks real close to you and he starts to whisper to you. He's like, I know you got Jackson's blood. What did you do with it? What did you find out?
Is this going to get me killed? Because I really don't want to die. I haven't found out a ton. We just acquired a lab.
There's more to it than that. But no. Well, might not get you killed right now. In the future. Far future. Who knows?
Somebody, don't know who, has access to some kind of sci-fi style, magical style, real high-tech style fucking nanites that are basically suns exploding.
So you're not as dumb as a lot of people like to think you and your coterie are.
I can't speak for the rest of the coterie.
Wow. Noted. I'm not there.
Well, for your honesty, I'm going to tell you a little about what we know. That technology you found is from approximately 400 years in the future.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, except for the fact that 400 years in the future means almost all of us are gone. Almost.
Except for the Thin Bloods and whoever manages to stay out of its way.
Apparently the Thin Bloods and a few of our ancient elders. And they're fighting back against some sort of technocratic union or something.
Fascinating.
Robo mages or something like that. Turns out they figured out how to fucking time travel. Some super spooky sci-fi shit there, ain't it?
That is, yeah, some super spooky sci-fi shit. There's no other way to put it.
We sent somebody in. They didn't come back. So we sent another person in. They didn't come back either. So then we took one of Boyce's Thin Bloods, sent them in. Well, they managed to come back. And they got stories, apparently. Turns out, a lot of us are still alive from this particular area. And the ones who come there alive are getting eaten by their future selves. Power. I'm talking to you because you're dead in the future. And all of your coterie. Y'all need to find a cure.
I mean, I was working on it already, so that's not...
They have a cure in the future. If we can get it, we can stop them. Jackson's trying to be ahead of the game. Problem is, there are people within our ranks who don't want to see that happening because apparently, sometime in the future, Kane comes back. A lot of people want to see that happen. Oh yeah, that would mean you have to avoid Kane too. But
So
hey,
you are. I just want to get this real clear. This movie is about a group of 6 people, however many of us there are, 5 people, time jumping 400 years into the future to find the cure to a virus that has already killed them while avoiding a mass murdering father figure. Is that what I'm getting for this movie?
if only it was just a movie, this would be real funny. I'm taking this as a yes, you're gonna do it.
Out of character, I find it so funny that these motherfuckers are be like, y'all are fucking stupid, y'all are fucking stupid. Oh, well, can you please help us find a cure?
That's what I'm saying.
How about you eat my ass? How about that?
Like, no, you guys are dumb. You guys are stupid. This, that, and this. But we need you to go 400 years into the future. We don't trust any of our own people or anything like that. Only you dumb fucks can do it, but you're dumb fucks. So we don't actually think you're gonna pull it off. Like, what?
No, see, are you saying this too, Damien, or is this just like you musing aloud?
I'm saying this kind of under my breath to me, and I'm just like, hey.
Listen, if it makes you feel better, I think you are pretty smart.
I don't disagree.
I mean, minus the whole, turning down Dracula thing or killing Tyreek's brothers. That wasn't. I wouldn't have done it.
Moving on.
I mean, I would say that there's boons and shit for you, but ultimately none of that shit matters. You do it and it works and you save the world, or you don't and we're all fucked. Apparently future me is a big asshole. I wonder if that's just like because you live 400 years that like you just become a worse and worse person.
I would imagine seeing everybody you know and love slowly crumble around you and you not having any ability to stop anything or change it would do that to a person, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn me. I am curious about this, but I cannot speak for the rest of them because they will throw my ass into this portal and be like, bye.
You think they'd make you do it by yourself?
I think that if we go in without any sort of consensus and them begrudging, it is going to cause problems. I need everybody at least looking at the same page, even if they don't want to.
I mean, I'm sure y'all got a bunch of things that y'all are dealing with on your plate, like I guess your boyfriend becoming a member of the Camarilla.
Yeah, it's awkward. And he's not my boyfriend, but it's awkward.
You should tell him not to use those phones, though. I'm just saying. That's trouble. But because I'm asking you a favor, I'm not going to talk about that.
Out of character, I am literally getting a twitch in my eye.
Oh, you good? Where's the rest of your coterie? Like, you're just traveling around here by yourself, hanging out with Camarilla? Is that kind of what your move is nowadays? Like,
Katura is here. I don't know where the hell the rest of them went.
That's the rich fancy one, right?
Yes, the rich fancy one. I haven't seen shark bait in weeks at this point. I don't know where he went. He just disappears. It's fine. Serenity is out bounty hunting, and Delroy is probably pouting. So I do not have an answer for you from the group in whole. I am curious enough to, yes, throw myself into this because fuck it. Let's see what other nonsense I can come back with from 400 years into the future.
Honestly, I wanted to go, but, getting eaten by me seems really weird. And I wonder what that does to a timeline. Like, there must be some sort of divergent thing. I've been watching that Loki show, and I'm real confused now. Like, that's seeming too close to reality.
It should cause problems. It doesn't seem to be causing problems, or maybe it does cause problems, and that's why everything is slowly going to shit. I don't know. I was not a physicist. I was a doctor, Jim.
Who's Jim?
It's fine. Old show reference.
You realize I got embraced when I was like 17, right?
Yeah. And you're still somehow older than me, and it's fine. Like I said, I cannot give you an answer right this second. Will I do it? Sure.
Okay. Well, go talk to your coterie. This is off the books. This is not Camarilla. This is technically me asking you, which is sort of Jackson asking you, but this is me asking you because Jackson is really confused about all of this. And he doesn't really follow this whole like futuristic magical shit, but mages exist.
Sir. God.
Oh, that looks familiar.
I mean, to be fair, I'm very confused about this, but you know what? Sure, why not? I will talk to them.
Okay. Well, you go do that. Also, tell your little friend who's been following me that I know she's there. And Sarah's been tailing this whole time. She rolled particularly bad. I rolled that one off of the books just to see what happens. It wasn't good stealth roll.
That's fine. Oh, all right, I grab Sarah. I'm like, this is some nonsense. All of it. All of it is nonsense.
What's the nonsense? I didn't catch the conversation.
I will explain to the class once we get everybody together.
Okay. Are we going to meet Katura?
Yeah. I run back. I, tell Snake Eyes, I'm like, he did notice the phone. Just a heads up.
Shit. I mean, I'm a Primogen. I shouldn't be in too much trouble. But shit.
He said he wasn't going to say nothing, but just, aware.
Really? He didn't want to snitch?
He was asking me some dumb shit, so.
I mean, cool. I mean, yeah. So.
I'd still be careful about it, though.
Yeah, for sure. So you're leaving?
For now, there's some things have come up with Prince Jackson and all that nonsense. And
Thought you weren't doing work for Jackson no more.
And some of the other things that I may or might not have been doing have maybe come to light. So,
science shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My curiosity gets the best of me.
Well, will we be able to hang out again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not inconspicuous when he does that.
We're gonna have to work on that, and I'll just kiss him on the cheek and like leave.
If he was not Kendra, his cheeks would turn red.
Before you cut back over, give me a second. There's fireworks and my dog's freaking out.
Oh. So anyway, Salvador, tell the people more about your shop, I suppose. Because what is are we going to run into coming into shop at this time of the night?
Depends if Ari makes it in. Since we are closing up, Ari would see, the lights would probably be off. There wouldn't really be much action going on. And depending on, how the conversation with Katura goes, we may or may not be out there. But if you haven't already seen the workshop, you would see the same storefront that I described earlier. And a lot of like this creation that I need to come up with too, that I haven't necessarily fleshed out in my mind.
No pressure to have all the details right now, or no names.
Yeah. Well, no. What would be most apparent and would still be in the display window would be all of the art that is created here. My art, not the customer's art. And there would be a lot of stuff that's made out of plants and made out of leathers, whether it's like home decor or some like jewelry, on the smaller scale of things. Created by all natural products, plants, maybe some like, I'm just gonna say all natural products.
Ari, do you go immediately after this, your exchange with Snake Eyes?
I probably don't like beeline it right there. I probably like cross the street, walk a little bit, grab a soda, cross the street, put the soda down. Like I do try and like stall a scotch, but yeah, I am trying to get down there quick.
And I think with the as our conversation continues, I might, as things kind of rolling down, look over to Katura and suggest, I think there's been enough time for Paco to recover from the crowds out there, and I'm sure he misses them quite a bit. Would you care to maybe pick this conversation back up another time and not leave your fans disappointed?
Oh, you mean Paco's fans?
Well, I'm sure it would cause quite a scene to have you and Paco out there together.
Oh, I'm sure. And I mean, if Paco's anything like me, always nice to get a little bit of attention on my own terms.
Shall we? And I will, whisper to Paco, who will flutter down and join us as we walk out. What was that?
Sweet. My cat was being a cat.
Got it.
Sarah would have sent you a message, I'm sure, Katura, that you need to talk.
Okay. Well, I'll also say I'm coming out of the workshop now. That's it.
Cool. Sorry, I'm waiting there, Ari.
Yeah, I'd probably go and just like be, I don't know, like if they're tucked a little bit down the side street or if they're off a little bit, but yeah, I'd be nearby.
Oh yeah,
Sweet.
we'd be coming out of the front, and there'd be, you'd see the display of resplendent peacock feathers.
Oh, it's the peacock guy. You found him.
Oh, I'm like actively taking like selfies and pictures with this peacock. Like
B-boy
please don't
stance
get
in like.
So plenty of people had gathered around.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I'll be like, okay, you guys can go now. Enough. Bye. Just kidding. Not that mean.
And I'm still wandering around, eating it all up, and I have some kind of container of some sort that I kind of leave around Paco for folks who do want to leave their tips or contribute in some way. Now that the shop is closed.
Sweet. And Ari, you're there talking. I mean, what are you going to do in this situation?
I will stay away from many of the phones and cameras.
Makes sense.
Because, yeah, I don't need that nonsense right now. I'm under enough stress. I will wait till Couture. Oh, man. I'm going to be a goddamn problem in the future. I will wait till Katura gets done and is slightly less mobbed. And I will just kind of, walk over, be like, you found the peacock guy. Or
I did.
the peacock, at least. I don't know.
I found a peacock, and I also found the peacock's friend, companion. This is Salvador. Salvador, this is my friend Ari.
And I turn from, spending time with some adoring fans of Paco's and say, oh, hello, I saw that you must be Miss Baptiste's friend. I'm Salvador Suarez.
It's lovely to meet you. I'm Ari. It's a lovely creature. Absolutely beautiful. You've been making the news.
He says, thank you.
And I just kind of like look over at Katara. I'm like, I just had a lovely conversation with Damien.
Okay. I'm sure it was fantastic.
Salvador, you'd be familiar with Damien. If not by meeting him in person, certainly by name, you would be aware of who that is.
Maybe we should go somewhere private and talk.
I think that would be wise.
Oh, are you looking for a private space?
Yes.
Well, I don't think that we have any clients who have booked any of our frame VIP packages tonight. We might be able to.
Do you take last minute reservations then?
Oh, but of course. Is that something that you're interested in?
Well, you did say there was confidential and private, and I think that's what we need right now. And I kind of I'll give Ari a look that says like, it's fine, he's on the level, like he's like one of us.
Yeah, and so I'll go back and I will check to see, what the status of the shop is. And once it is ready to go, if I see folks like closing up shop, I'll bid them good night and make my way in with our new friends.
Cool.
And Paco will stay out there.
Excellent. Paco can take care of himself. Sweet. All right. So you make your way back in. And as you're all getting ready to walk towards the door, you see someone behind you, and it is none other than your good friend, Jason Newberry. And he's like, Salvador, Sal, what's up, my mans? Like, how are you? I see
Oh,
Paco's out here preening, getting all of the attention. This is it's been a great party. How's your shop? Oh my God, you know these two? Amazing.
Oh my God. Hi.
Salvador,
So
you've
lovely
never
to
met
see
this
you.
person before.
Yeah, I'm gathering.
So-
I'm like,
Salvador's
but
like,
but I would never let it be known.
Yeah. And he's like, so I'm here, they're here, you're here. It's clear that we could just like have a little powwow. This seems like a wonderful group to like get together, get to know each other, and like talk about some things, some real things that's been going on in the world, with princes and darkness and supernatural. I mean, your shop seems like it is a great place to really discover yourself and the secrets of the world.
Is there a way that I could, I don't know if it would be like an insight. I want to get a beat on like, is this person just being ridiculous? Or does Salvador think that there's like some, shady shit going on here? I, as a player, know, but I feel like Salvador is trying to figure this,
Absolutely.
Figure this out.
You could roll roll insight, and you can roll that with wits or intelligence. I'll let you do whichever one you want to.
Well, they're both the same. Not any of my social charisma, maybe. Okay.
You sound like me.
I mean, it's a social skill.
Uh-huh. Potential bestial failure. That's not a bestial failure. But let's roll for Jason as well, because he's gonna roll against you on this, because he is doing a thing.
Oh shoot. Does any of my stuff help me with this? Hold on.
Yeah, please. If you have a power that will help you in this, absolutely use it.
No. Q would, but I don't.
Oh shit. You roll 3. Okay. Hard to say. He's being extra for sure, but it's hard to tell if this is like put on or if he actually means this. He is
Okay.
It appears to be sort of maybe like his brand, because he is outside here, and basically he's wearing a pink vest, a cream colored shirt with gold collars around him. He looks almost like a clown that's trying to also look like a pimp. Like, it's hard to tell. He's got a little cane on him, and he's just like going all in.
I'm so sorry. We're closing up shop for the night. If you wanted to talk about the workshop, where you're welcome to come by tomorrow when we reopen.
That's so sad. But they're going in. Did they have an appointment? Can I be a part of your appointment, Katura?
Well, I don't know what the policies are, but I would assume that once you have an appointment, it's set in stone here. Salvador, could you?
I mean, with the right amount of money, a lot of things can be fixed, and I'm sure you know that.
True, but I also like to respect other people's policies when I can.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you interested in one of our VIP packages?
Ooh, there's a VIP package.
Oh, see. Okay. See, now I know that you're not really interested in this workshop. What is this about?
Okay, you fucks. I have business.
Sorry, that's me. That's me laughing, not Katura.
I don't know how you got wrapped up with these two, but I hope you know they're endangering your life. Or unlife.
And who are you and how do you know this?
Oh, they didn't tell you about Jason Newberry, the one they've been claiming to be a part of the Sabbat. I'm the Harpy.
I don't really
I
know
am the
much
primogen
about either
of the
them.
Macavians.
And I'll be hearing a lot of this stuff. I'll like readjust myself and my posture and my poise. Be like, okay, that's what this is about.
It seems that you all want to go. Oh, you don't think I notice? Doctor, who you were talking to? Secrets are very hard to be kept from ears like mine. They get a little warm.
What is your point?
What do you want?
I want you all to stay the fuck away from anything that has to do with us.
Who is us?
Yeah,
the
who's us? 'Cause
Camarilla.
we absolutely want nothing to do with you.
The Camarilla. That means no fucking around with Snake Eyes. No talking to Anita.
That'd be a lot easier if y'all stopped fucking with us. So.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier if you guys stopped talking to us.
Yeah, we were going about our business.
This is more of a personal request from me, just for your own sake and safety, if you understand what I mean. Things can get really dangerous.
For your own sake and safety from a lot of people who've never cared about my sake or safety.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've always been here to tell you that I was going to murder you and kill you off and do horrible things to you. I've never kept that a secret.
Right. So then this just seems even sketchier, honestly.
Agreed.
I really don't appreciate that we're having this conversation right in front of my front door.
That genuinely makes me think we're doing something right for once.
You are right, Salvador. I apologize. This is very rude and inconsiderate. Maybe we should go. We don't want to drag any unpleasantness towards your business. Thank you so much.
Oh, don't worry about it. He won't remember anyway. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, I'll make sure they don't remember. And he is going to use.
Oh my God, is there something I can do to counteract whatever the fuck he's about to do?
Not on it, because not on you, not necessarily. No, I mean, you can try to fucking hurt him, but yeah. I need you to roll your wits and resolve, Salvador.
Both together?
Yep, wits plus resolve.
Okay, let's see if that. I'm gonna fail. I'm positive because I don't do very well with either of them.
And I'm going to roll for. That ain't bad. Shit.
No, not at all.
You're like, you're going to fail. Let's see.
I thought I was.
And manipulate. Yes. Okay.
I almost took that too. I'm glad I'm not using them tonight.
Oh yeah, he beats you. Y'all notice that Salvador's eyes get a little fuzzy And then Salvador, whatever y'all were just talking about, whatever had just been happening outside of your door, gone out from the moment he said, I am Malkavian Primogen. So before he gets all into the dark and scary voice, all that shit's gone. You don't remember it. And then Jason looks at you both and he's like, expect gifts if you don't listen to me. They won't be pleasant. Night night.
You mean pleasant like this conversation?
Really, what else is new at this point?
Yeah, right. Like, come on. Threats are 10 a penny these days, so. So we see Salvador's eyes go cloudy. Is he like understanding something happened to his memory? Like, would he be okay? Is he unbalanced or anything? Like, should we?
No, he's just confused as to what y'all are really talking about and why this person is like here outside of like politics. Because he doesn't remember, like Salvador, they won't remember anything that just got said the last half of that conversation.
My favorite part about that out of character is that the second Salvador gave the impression that they don't know who Jason is, Jason could have just shut the fuck up. Like, he chose to keep talking. I look at Ari and I'm like, we should go. Salvador, like I said earlier, I would love to host an event here one day. It'd be lovely.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. I would love to continue talking about, ways that we might be able to work together and your interest in supporting small businesses.
Oh, always. And I mean, if there are any, this is a lovely neighborhood. I will definitely be back. I want to see more of it.
Absolutely. And as I mentioned, there are plenty of places where you can get a good bite to eat around here tonight.
Yes, if you want to recommend us anything, would love that.
Is Jason still there?
No, Jason left.
Oh. Then in that case, I'll continue. I'll, open the door and let us in. And first, go on upstairs to check if anybody is around. Since we didn't have any VIP packages, they might be, out finding their own clients. But if Q is around specifically is what I'm looking for.
Sure. Yeah, I'd say Q is around.
Great. And so I will lead you all in, and Ari, you'll see around you everything that I shared. I'll leave the lights off until we reach the loft area upstairs, and then I'll flip those on. And you'll see the roost for Paco, you'll see the nesting and, some feed and whatnot. And there's several doors around. And all of those doors are closed except for one, I guess. That would be where Katura, you recognize Q, is in there. And it looks like a small space, like a small, I don't know, office/bedroom. And I'll call Q out. And further explain to, I guess, Katura and Ari, who I guess I've gathered or assumed, or maybe Katura's shared with me. He was a very special model of ours here. As we offer different VIP packages, we have our special VIP package, frame number 3, exclusively for friends like us. Who are interested in paying a pretty penny to spend some time however they see fit. no need to worry about word getting out. They can also take good care of themselves and might be of assistance in other ways.
Is there anything that I could do or anybody could do to reverse what Jason did to Salvador? No. Was it, I guess out of character, was it just like a cloud memory or?
Yeah, you know what that does. You've done it.
Yeah. Well, I just like I've done it, but I was just wondering if there was a way to like if I used mesmerize and told him to remember.
You could try, but that is also a forceful change of someone's mind.
True. Yeah. Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah, the other thing that I can think of was to do like, I don't know if there's like a further like leveled up version of the power that would allow you to implant a memory to kind of say like, hey, this is what went down and this is how it went down. But you could also try and explain it to me.
I don't have that yet.
Yeah, there is a thing that you can do that, but you could also just tell them what happened.
Yeah. Okay. I was just wondering. But I looked at Ari because I mean, fucking hate Jason, but he was right about dragging Salvador into our shit.
And I will be upfront that, and I did try and warn you when you first met us as well.
That's true. And there was nobody around to clear my mind.
So, yeah, Salvador, trouble seems to find us. I don't know if you've heard of the nonsense back last year with Moy missing.
You would have. Everyone has.
The explosion, or oh goodness, any of the nonsense that you have heard about Philly that seems to be related to kindred,
supernatural things.
Supernatural, just in general, supernatural, because it's not just. It's probably somehow related to us.
You know, I've heard a lot. Or things get back to me. It makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and it's about to get weirder. So I just want to. It's about to get real weird after the conversation I just had. Like, unbelievably weird.
I'll look over at Q and be like, "Well, if we need you, we'll come calling again. Get some rest, so that we can talk in private."
All right.
Like, I'm down to clown.
All right. Salvador didn't hesitate. Yeah, like we're gonna talk about this now. I like weird shit.
What are you talking about? All right, what's going on?
So, Damien found me, wanted to have a word because I have a death wish. Apparently, I was like, sure. Apparently, those little nanites are from the future.
What?
And he wants to send us into the future.
Why?
Or kill us. I'm not sure.
It
might just be an elaborate ploy to kill us at this point because I don't know.
Hold up. This is some Terminator shit.
I know.
So the nanites are from the future.
Yep.
Why do they want to send? Assuming this is, let's just play pretend and say this is what's happening. This is why us exactly?
I don't. Okay, so his reasoning, I guess what was happening, and I word vomit back what he told me, and I'm like, so what I can gather is that because we do not survive the purge, we can go there without eating ourselves.
What evidence do they have that we didn't survive?
Did I
Ah,
survive?
The thin blood comes back. And
That doesn't mean the
apparent-
thin blood knows everything.
No, obviously not. Apparently, people in this area, sounded like he said this area, were doing okay. Apparently, we don't. Which, to be fair, is not really surprising given all that we have coming down on us just right now. I can't imagine the nonsense we could get into in 100 years.
Surprising to me.
You hung out with us. We warned you it was a bad choice.
I'm hanging out with lots of people who got themselves into trouble.
Welcome to the
I'm
first
sorry.
time it might actually bite you in the ass.
Maybe I should. Never mind. I won't do that.
And as you were explaining a lot of this, Salvador would have been like, "What nanites? What? Huh?" And if you would have filled them in, they would have been like, "Oh, well,
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. The prince was
Huh.
dissolving. We found stuff in his blood. There's nanites. It's some sci-fi shit. Apparently mages exist. Didn't know that. Yep. Yep.
Well, this sounds like some dark occult, maybe even like mythical shit to me.
Yeah, fuck, what was the word? Technomancy?
Pursuit.
Yeah,
Technomancy.
technomancy.
Okay. Technomancy, something, he mentioned something like that.
Oh, the Technocratic Union.
Yes, Technocratic Union, there we go, thank you. I'm gonna have to remember that one. Something like that. I will say,
Some
400
magic
years in
and
the future,
politics and technology.
yeah, I'm probably going to be a detriment. I'm probably going to be a goddamn issue.
I mean, wouldn't all of the La Sombra be issues?
Yes, that's probably why we don't make it.
Well, also, here's the thing, though. Just by knowing about this, doesn't that already change the future?
You would think, but apparently the handful of people that they did send ate themselves, so there's diverging timelines or so. They're not really sure how it works. And to be fair, neither am I, because I heard about it 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, this is much like the Terminator series, doesn't make a lot of sense, but time travel rarely does. Allegedly.
Maybe they're
Um,
clones.
What'd you say?
Maybe they're clones. That's a
I
whole
mean,
other bag.
might as well toss that in too.
I don't.
And this, what more did they tell you about this technocratic union? This, I guess, like figure body that has led another group of folks to this point?
Did I get anything on that?
No,
Okay. Nothing.
you could always try to
Yes.
Google it.
In the future.
And man, if Google still exists in 400 years, I'm gonna be pissed. It's just Google. It's Google and Amazon. They have teamed up and have eradicated vampires.
Oh, I mean, then in that case, I mean, Katura might be okay with it not being alive because that sounds like hell.
Yeah, so apparently there's some ancients left. Some folks from this area didn't do terribly. And
Oh, yeah. You got to tell them about Kane for sure.
Oh, yeah, and apparently Kane's gonna be just bopping around and we gotta avoid him.
I
So
okay.
bleh.
How? Never mind.
And it's like just the two of you were supposed to deal with this?
They were hoping to get everybody in on it.
Yeah, the rest of our coterie isn't here right now.
Right. Though
He did
honestly,
give you the option to say no.
he did say honestly I might do it just because I'm curious, which is a terrible thing about me.
I'm gonna probably, I'm gonna figure out a reason for Katura to say yes, because I think this is a dope plot.
Like, I want to go to the future and die. Like, come on.
Honestly, I think Katura knowing that she dies in the, like, she doesn't survive is like not part of her, not part of her plans.
Didn't have this on my 2021 bingo card.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't.
It's like, what is
keep
this?
my shit together with that.
I can't believe we have to fight vampire COVID. Is basically what this fucking is.
And I won't lie, if I can come back with some dope tech to launch fucking nanites at people and watch them dissolve into blood, that would certainly cure a lot of my goddamn problems.
That would turn the tides for us in a lot of ways. That's a good point. And Katura's,
Would you want? Go ahead.
I was gonna say Katura's thinking about how she could use nanites, one for her business, and then two, for other reasons. Power.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sabrina takes a moment to take all this in, and will ask, well, if you, it sounds like you have a shot, or think you have a shot at traveling to the future, and you want to bring some of this tech back. Why wouldn't you just want to stay there and guarantee your existence in the future?
Because I would still be me at this age, but in the future, I wouldn't have the power.
I hate skipping to the end of the book.
Yeah, that too.
Hmm.
I like how Dimples is just dying.
Honestly, one for me, while the technology would be useful, I would need to somehow freaking adapt it to actually be able to use it functionally myself. Now,
Yes.
granted, the tiny little exploding sun nanites did not malfunction when I was near them, that I noticed, which is a good sign, but also could just be a work which I have an idea. It's nothing as far as this goes, but what if I use whatever makes them not malfunction and actually can get myself a cell phone and I can have Spotify again, you guys?
That's, our reasonings are so fucking dumb.
I'd be so happy.
I
mean, I could use it for everything else too, but God, do you know how much easier that would be than vinyl?
Also, I mean, they said that some of the people in this area survived, which means that we would still have to deal with the same bullshitty people in the future if we just stayed there. And that's not necessarily something that I'm looking forward to doing. I would rather come back and eliminate my problems now so I don't have to deal with them in the future.
I don't even know if I exist in the future.
And also there's Kane running around, which, I mean, is true now, I guess, but he seems to be an issue there. Well, he's only like an issue here. And maybe he's not an issue. Maybe he's dope and is just laughing at his children because y'all are stupid as shit. We don't know. But I'd rather not test that.
Agreed.
He could just be sitting there eating a fucking turkey sandwich like, y'all dumb. But we don't know.
Also, I mean, the fact that Jason Newberry doesn't want us to do anything about it, this kind of makes me want to do it. Even
yeah, there's that too. Him I would hit with nanites now.
Yeah, same.
That guy that was just downstairs?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a weirdo.
Yes.
Okay. Can I get wits and awareness rolls from everyone?
Oh God,
No, I've been going to this one a little bit, but I need it. I need this one.
Yeesh. Oh no, that wasn't me. Mine is still yeesh.
I'm trying to get. I have to refresh.
Oh, can I? Is that willpower? Can I do that?
You can blow willpower to reroll the 1 and the 3. Yeah, for sure.
I'll go ahead and do that because I haven't used any this game. Remorse, frenzy, browse, humanity. Where is that?
There you go.
I'm going.
You got one more success, Salvador. You have 2 successes now.
I'm gonna roll.
I can only reroll 2.
Yep.
Oh, can I reroll 3? I can reroll 3. Yeah.
All right, so I got one more. So I have 3 now.
I have. Well, I got 3 successes. I got 3 more successes.
So you have 6 successes. Excellent.
If they blow up the workshop, I'll be pissed.
Right. You don't notice anything.
No, none of us do?
Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Katura, you might have thought you heard something against the window, but when you look there, there's nothing there.
I would like to use heightened senses.
Okay.
Let me see what I have to even do for that because I don't know. I think I just have to rouse, right?
Heightened senses, I believe, is just a rouse check. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just rouse. Okay, I'm hungry. That's fine. Okay. Should I re-roll my die?
Just roll. I'll let you just re-roll, not re-roll all of it. Just roll whatever number of dice you have in Auspex.
Okay. My Auspex is
Katura. You know, such delicious morsels here.
Oh, oops! I clicked the wrong thing.
Ignore that. Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Okay. Sorry, I don't know how to do this.
I mean, you don't need to be on the scene to eat. Like, you can just eat what you have in front of you. Imagine if you had somber powers. Imagine you could do shadows.
Yes, they're terrifying, but in a way I find fascinating.
Yeah. Imagine if that was yours.
Useful.
Imagine maybe even learning a little bit about what's that? Flesh crafting. Gives a whole new meaning to massage.
I haven't been. I think in her head she's like, I haven't, like, all the times that she's walked out of the room when Ari was doing whatever, it's because she was a little too fascinated by it to begin with, and it kind of disturbed her a bit. Well, not disturbed her because she's kind of used to it, but it's like she didn't want to, like, disturb others. But she is curious about the flesh crafting. It's why one of the reasons why she wanted to meet Dracula, but then chose to go to other drama instead at Elysium.
Katura certainly consider looking at Arya a little bit with a little bit of drool happening. Like,
she's not drooling. Okay, how do I roll just my Auspex die?
Just roll 3d10s.
Okay.
You just do that. Because, I mean, that's how many dice how many points you have in Auspex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3d10s.
Oh, that's gross.
So you got 0 successes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So,
Great.
yeah, you don't see anything. I mean, you hear the music louder outside, though. Like, that shit's bumping. It feels like way closer now.
I thought I saw something out the window, but maybe not. I don't know.
How far do I need to be in order to do something? Let's see. Oh, wrong. Nope. Here we go.
You hear also, Couture, you hear Return of the Mac in the background.
I hate that because I was thinking about that song because it's a block party and then you said it, so I hate that.
Hearing that Katura might have heard something, I want to check in with Paco.
Okay.
Hearing that the music is also getting closer to us, I just want to kind of do a little check-in.
Well, Katura hears the music not moving closer. Katura hears the music more clearly now because she heightened her senses to listen more closely.
Yeah, it just makes everything.
Got it.
Amplifies everything.
And Katura, you hear this song, and you hear like the pre-chorus to it, which is the part where you lied to me. Yeah.
Oh God, no, not more lie stuff. I think maybe I saw some. I can't tell you if I saw something or not.
Yes, I cried. Yes, I cried.
I turn this shit off immediately. I lower my senses.
I still like getting that there's a clue that something might be off. Use my feral whispers to check in with Paco.
What does feral whispers do?
Two-way communication with my famulus, and I use it. I don't need to make any kind of rouse check because it's my famulus.
Got you. Okay. I mean, yeah. Okay. So with that, you can talk to Paco. Paco is generally just weirded out about Jason, and he's like just complaining to you about how weird this person is and what they did to you is wrong, and how he's gonna pluck his eyeballs out when he gets a chance.
Go off, Paco. Go off.
Paco's salty.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about, but what everything good out there otherwise? You good? How's the block party good?
Yeah. I mean, there's
you're a little moody. Do you need a break?
No. This is great. The tips are flying.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Apparently there's a girl trying to teach me how to twerk. I think I can do it.
You could probably do it better.
I know. Something about pop something, move something, shake your tail feather. I mean, I actually have tail feathers, so
exactly.
+1 for me.
This. Good checking in. All right. Keep it up.
Stop shaking your head there.
And I'll just say, like, I think everything's fine. Everything's good. Don't worry about it. Sounds like we have a lot of intense stuff that's been shared tonight.
I have to be honest with you, Salvador. I love your optimism. I don't know how long you've been in this area, possibly longer than I have. Don't know what your relationship with the Cam and all these people are. Things are not fine around here, and I'm very sorry that you met us.
Well, I mean, it's not every day that trust me, I hear a lot of fascinating stories, real complex tea all over this town. And I can often tell when people who say things like the things that y'all have been saying don't believe what they're saying in a way that, like, I can tell is not legit.
I'm sorry. I just thought of Mel going to the future and trying to bring back drugs.
Oh my God, he would.
Totally would.
See, like, stuff like that I can handle. Stuff like that flies around this place all the time. And I hear stuff like that all the time. Time travel stuff. That's a new one for me. I'm still wrapping my mind around how I feel about all that.
Same.
Same.
I got my peacock telling me that somebody did something to me, and I don't know what they mean by that. And
Yeah,
so
Jason
I'm
Newberry.
not.
I think he fucked with your memory. Your eyes got all.
No, he there's no thinking he fucked with your memory. He clouded it.
Screws cat.
Oh, really?
Yes. I would stay away from him if you could.
Now, see, you don't come to my place of business and fuck around with me.
Oh. Cheers to that.
So we might need to do a little. I might need to do a little something about that. So we, if you don't mind, I might hang around with y'all, and if y'all need any places to meet or any other aid or assistance that I might be able to provide, I'll see what I can do. Intel, connections.
Can't
I know that
speak
you
for
got a
the
lot. Go ahead.
can't speak for the rest of my coterie, but I mean I would like to extend the same to you. I think it's best that people like us, for better or for worse, stick together. They're gonna lump us in together anyway.
That much is true.
The second you oppose them, they don't. You get on their shit list.
That's what I don't understand.
Nobody, it's, listen, I understand, being an adult in general, kindred or kind, a little pettiness. Yeah, but being like a fucking vampire just amplifies it for some reason. Like, y'all got nothing better to do.
And you hear
We
a
have
voice
all-
behind y'all go, it really does. It really, really does.
Sound familiar?
I'm immediately
No, none of you. And none of you
turn
see
around. And, okay.
Oh,
any
fuck.
person. You just hear the voice.
Well,
Who are
well,
you and what do you want?
And you see a man, trench coat, hat tilted down over his head, just basically step out of the most shadowy part of the room. It's like, Menard.
Look, it's Dick Tracy.
There's one I've never heard before. Ha ha ha. But seriously though, I am here to help.
Who the fuck are you?
Are
and who
you?
the fuck let you in?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Have y'all never seen a Nosferatu before?
Yes. But who are you and what do you want?
Well, first, I wanted to make sure y'all were on the level, which y'all seem to be. Second, I want to make sure that y'all know everything there is to know about the Technocratic Union.
ooh.
You have my attention.
And that's where we're going to leave off the session.
Yep. Vampires in space.
I know. Okay, so first things first, we have to collect the fucking Infinity Stones.
Yep.
We gotta go find the Dragon Balls and make a wish.
Listen, y'all going right with this storyline. I have ideas that actually sort of make sense in the world of darkness.
Oh my god, we also need to know about there's so many things that we didn't get to that I'm like, oh my god, I have so many fucking questions. Like the goddamn werewolf thing, or not the werewolf, but the wolf thing at the zoo.
I think Liz can guess the wolf thing.
I think I maybe can too, but also just like Tyree telling me I was in danger of being at this fucking party. Like, what the fuck?
Was the wolf? Were there wolf sightings in town, or was it something about a wolf at the zoo?
A wolf has just decided to walk into the zoo and was like,
And
I'm
just
in
like,
charge here
this
now,
is-
fuckers.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
like, all right.
Okay. But it like comes and goes as it pleases, I think. Okay. Yeah, that was so good.
How'd y'all feel about that session? It was some of this stuff was building storylines that have been coming on, but a bit of this had to be improv because it was different casts than I expected. But you know what? We made this work. Juice, enjoy the session.
Absolutely. Y'all got to get to know my shop. Or part of it.
I was hoping that I could bring you in and keep things engaging for what your character is about. I see y'all get to see some behind the scenes shit. I was like, how do I make it so your character has a reason to stick around with this crew? And I was like, well, what kind of weird shit can I throw at them? Like, first off, I can play off the hatred of Jason Newberry. No one likes Jason Newberry. So I'm like, all right, we can roll with this. And I was like, who would be approached? Who would be approached out of y'all whole coterie about helping fix this problem? And I was like, oh, it has to be Ari. No one else in this group get approached. And you went off on your own. You took the bait. I loved it. I loved it.
As long as I'm not slowly dissolving, I'm like, well, they haven't used it against me, so that's good.
There's part of me that wants to know, like, what would have happened if, like, after Tiger was like, y'all are in danger being here, we would be like, okay, we're leaving. Bye.
You probably
I had a plan for that too. I had a plan for that too. I was wondering if y'all would actually do it. I had a plan for that.
We have no sense.
But the truth of the matter is, that was like a plan Z, because I know if I throw some shit out there and I tell y'all it's dangerous, y'all probably gonna just keep walking into the danger. Like 97% of the time, y'all just do it. You're just like, you know what? This sounds like it might kill us. Let's see what happens.
Leroy. Yeah, no, that's definitely how we play this.
So yeah, thank you, chat, raiders, follows, everybody who's came in and hung out with us. I hope you all enjoyed the session as well. Thank you for letting us know about some of the link things. I fixed that in our Nightbot stuff, so all of the link issues should be fixed. So anything that okay, I know I haven't been doing this before, but I think this would be a great time to bring it up because we do our after show to a good extent during the show, post show. Until we get like a Patreon or stuff, we can paywall it. No,
I mean,
look, y'all in the fuck around and find out city. The coterie is there to live up to Philly's reputation. Y'all really are. Y'all play into the Philly part of Philly so hard.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. We keep your fucking plots running.
So, yeah, I'm gonna do the thing that a lot of DMs, GMs, whatever do. I'm going to go around the table and I'm gonna ask everyone to point out one thing that they enjoyed about the session that someone else did, and one thing they'd like to see more of next time around. And we will start with Liz.
My house just shook. That was weird. Okay, so I absolutely loved Salvador. He's adorable. And Paco. I want to be friends. Something somebody did.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Salvador's reaction at the very end where he clouded my memory. Well, death.
He was like, oh, okay.
You'll fit right in.
What's up?
They're like, not in my house, bitch.
Salvador really was like, nuck if you buck. What's good?
I was like, okay, that is good. Because he's as far as we've seen, he's very like artistic. He's running these, this stuff. And I'm like, you sure you want to hang out with his bud? Like, you seem really cool and I don't want you to. And then he's like, well, now he has to die. And I'm like, good. We're all on the same page here.
I can't wait till y'all finally decide to actually go after and kill Jason. That's gonna be a hell of an upset.
We already are talking. I mean, we just gotta figure out how to get him to ingest them nanites, to be honest.
If I find the equivalent of a freaking tranquilizer gun,
Yeah,
I
or
will
just
be a menace.
Just a blow jar, just right to his fucking neck.
Okay. Fair.
Okay, something that I enjoyed that somebody else did. I just love Ari's interaction with Snake Eyes. I think it's it's adorable and very sincere, and like I know we joke a lot on the show, but like it really does bring like a lighter aspect to the plots and stuff that we go through on the stream. So I really enjoy it. And definitely looking forward to seeing more of those. What I'm really looking forward to though, is I am very interested in this plot, this time travel shit. I am deeply curious. I just it came out of left field, but I'm very intrigued. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to learning more about it and like seeing what we as a group do.
Sweet. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna just I don't know how the hell Delroy's gonna deal with 400 years in the future if
He's
can't
not.
deal with,
He won't.
he will self-destruct and die.
This will be. He'll finally retire at this point. And be like, so you want to go to the future? He's like, no, I'll just go to Jamaica. Bye.
The bodega will be fine by itself for a week. It's cool.
Yeah.
Juice.
The both of your interactions with, you know, your little sweet things, I guess, was adorable and awkward and perfect. To be able to see that, like, besides our interactions within the party, like, who are these characters? You know, interacting with the people in the world at large, and being able to, like, I don't know, like, you haven't seen a lot of Salvador yet, but there are things that I'm noticing that are like great opportunities for how I can get in with each of your characters. And yeah, I'm curious to see more of this time travel stuff too, because like I, as a player, and I guess as Salvador as well, like hearing that your this coterie is dead in the future, but now
Allegedly.
like allegedly, right?
Allegedly.
And with Salvador like sort of like making their way into this group, like does that imply by association that Salvador is also dead? But at the time of this conversation, Salvador was not part of the group formally yet. So like Salvador and I are wrestling with that in our minds of like, are we there? And if not, how can we guarantee that we're there? Why would people want to pass that up? And like, just a lot of opportunities that abound of things that Salvador wants to do too. So there's a lot that's exciting and could be coming up depending on what the group decides.
I want to add another thing that I like that somebody else did.
Mhm.
I really loved how much like detail you put into like your store.
Absolutely.
Love that. I was like, it made me want to like step my game up a bit, and which I really appreciate. Like, I just really liked like the work that you did with like not even just the workshop, but like the people who work there and work for Salvador. Like, I really just appreciated all of those little details.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah.
You know, make it like painting a picture, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I get to see like the story behind some of the characters. So I'm like, oh yeah, I like these little details. They make me happy. Yeah. I'm going to go with the goof way out and be like, y'all all are awesome. Y'all all do dope shit. I'm really excited to see how this going to the future storyline has been playing out, because truthfully, this has been something I've been laying out for a while, just sort of bubbling in the background. And and I was wondering when to introduce it. And the moment to introduce it felt right with Salvador coming to the coterie, being an unknown, because my whole idea behind it was if you exist in the future, your future self hunts you. But you all are dead. But no one knows. No one knows who Salvador is. Allegedly. You're dead. Allegedly.
I think Katura is like, for her, she's like, I don't trust what these motherfuckers are saying. Like, how would they know I'm dead? Like,
Katura's in denial.
I could be,
what Katura is saying.
Well, yeah, she's in denial because she's like, I've lived for redacted years. And I think that I'm smarter than that. Like well, kind of. I just like, she's like, I have enough money and power and influence to survive things. So
God damn it.
I need more information.
Bodega is a transformer.
Yes, I saw that.
I hate that so much.
Bodega Prime. Oh my god.
Bodega Prime.
Y'all are the worst.
First of all, it's Spa-dega Prime. Please.
I was gonna say Bodegatron too.
Bodegatron.
Oh
my god.
Yeah, I'm very interested. Again, this is like time travel shit is completely out of left field for me, but in a good way. I'm just pumped. I don't even want this session to end because I just want to know more. Like, okay, let's take a break and we'll be back in an hour.
Excellent. That means I'm doing it right. Okay, so with that, we'll let everyone sign out and tell you where you can find them and what they're up to, and we will go back in reverse order, and we will start with Juice this time.
Hello, I am Juice. No pronouns, just Juice. One more thing that I liked was Sarah completely like obliterating that stealth check behind Ari.
Yes, Sarah was is like peak form this session, and I
rolled that so y'all can see it. That one was like, oh great.
But you can find me on Twitter. I played Salvador tonight. Newest member of the cast joining VTM, Philly by Night. You can find me on Twitter at TheJuiceTM. You can find me here on occasion when I do make time to stream at TheJuiceTM And on Wednesdays, you can find me back here on Rolling These 20s playing Redacted, our net runner on the Cyberpunk Teen Chronicles, facilitated by Mikey Mike.
Sweet. Fair.
Hi, I'm Fair. I've been Couture Baptiste. You're confused, but also intrigued and slightly power hungry Hikata. You can find me on Twitter at Fairbear. I also sometimes stream on my own channel, twitch.tv/Fairbear. Thursdays, you can find me over on the Greater Restoration Crew for our Titan's Grave campaign. That's 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. Saturdays, obviously, you could find me here with these lovely people. Next Saturday, actually, before this game, you'll be able to find me over on fortnerd.com's channel, where I will be playing D&D for charity. We are raising money for research for Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. It's going to be great. I will be playing with such lovely folks such as Urban Bohemian, a friend of the channel D&D Jordan Lee, and a whole bunch of other people. It's going to be amazing. That's at 12 p.m. Eastern next Saturday, so please stop by. We're raising money for a great cause.
Sweet. Looking forward to that. Liz.
Hey, I'm Liz, Fuzzy Slippers 05, wherever you'd want to find me. Mostly I'm here Saturdays and Wednesdays. Playing Ari on Saturdays, obviously Wednesdays for Cyberpunk, where I play our pilot hero. And I've been most busy on TikTok. I've been spending entirely too much time on there lately. So that's about it. All things told.
Excellent, excellent. Do follow Liz's TikTok for sure. It's funny. And I've been your storyteller, Prince, aka Dimples and Dice. You can find me around the internet as Dimples and Dice, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all that jazz. What am I up to? You can catch me streaming tomorrow. I'll probably be streaming some something or the other around 1 p.m. Eastern time. Don't know what game. I haven't decided yet. But that's how it'll work. You can catch me on Tuesday nights at Table Golf for Hades High School. This Tuesday is our season finale. If you are wrestling fans, there's going to be wrestlings. There's going to be the Acid of a Toga party. There'll be multiple costume changes. Yes, we are that extra. It's going to be dope. And Wednesday, obviously here at Rolling These 20s. And then Saturdays before this show, rating into the show, I am over on Vancouver by Night, Delve into Darkness. And that starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. Keep up with my Twitter for other stuff that I have coming in the future. It's exciting. More shows, more shenanigans, more vampires, all that jazz. And with that, we need to find someone to rate. I was not thinking about this until just now, and I'm on the wrong screen to even look at who's online. But yeah, do follow us. Do follow our YouTube, especially our YouTube, because that's where all of our VODs go up for our shows. So if you want to watch this stuff, you caught the ass end or something like that, you want to know how we're ending up coming into the future, where the hell nanobots came from, those are all questions that you can find in previous episodes, or answers to in previous episodes. You gotta help me. Who to rate?
We have some race suggestions in the chat. I would say D&D Beyond is also live right now, doing things for Jasper's Game Day. But yeah, we have some options. There is Meltman of GP. That's on. The Dice Cult is also on. Both of these channels are playing Vampire right now.
Y'all do the thing. I'm not the only person who can use the raid. Who wants to go? Flash
normally,
raid. Pick a channel.
It's not popping up a raid for me, so I can't do it.
What the shit, nerd? Okay, fine.
It's like Dice Cult is about to end, so maybe not then.
Okay.
It's the hardest part of the show is figuring out who to rate.
Yeah, because we don't think about it beforehand.
Also, I kind of sometimes I'm like, I don't know who I'm rating into on some of these channels, and I'm like, have to be careful. Wait, is Utopia doing vampire stuff? Because I know they were yesterday.
I don't think they're on right now. I think.
Looks like they're on.
Utopia is live right now.
I don't know.
Let's do that.
They've only been on for like an hour.
Let's do that. We'll pop over to those vamp playing folks. Vampire but Dracula is what's popping over there. Oh my god. Everything's so laggy. So as always, this is why
Liz, are you able to do the raid?
Nope.
Oh, there we go.
We got it.
I was like, you know what? I realized what I wrote in. It's fine. It's fine. We'll see y'all next week. All that jazz. Much love. Thank y'all for being here. Thanks for raids, everybody. Y'all are dope. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
And push the button.